Hi everybody, welcome back to just a little catch up of my sewing week. Um, there was a vlog that came out on Monday, which was my sew upcycle vlog that actually has 3 other makes that I've made this week. So if you've not watched that yet, please double back and have a little look at that. There is a bag on there that I am super proud of. I'm absolutely in love with it. Well, sadly, it's not for me, but go and check it out. And 2 other garments that I've changed into much more wearable garments. So please go and show that a little bit of love. That would be fabulous. So if we're not met before, I'm Alison from Sew Like Dotty, and this is my sewing channel where I share my makes, my fabrics, my plans, things that I'm working on with all of you guys, and we get to chat in the comments, which I like very much. So welcome if you're new, and if you've been with me for a while, you know that you're always very welcome here. So there's a couple of bits of fabric. Well, I didn't actually get to the first 2 this week, but I didn't share them with you last week. I'm pretty sure I've not shared them with you yet. So on my virtual sessions, I think it was Erica who first shared a pattern called the Styler Rain Top. So I will put a picture of it in. So it's a jersey top, it's a free pattern. So Little Lizard King you might know from children's pattern, and Styler patterns are their adult patterns. This one's a free download. So I got it printed on A0 from Flamingo Prints, and sometime over the next few weeks, whenever takes my fancy, I'm going to do a toile of them. The girls on Sew Virtual have been going for it. I think Suzanne's maybe made 3 since Erica mentioned it, and lots of other people are like, oh, I fancy that one as well. So yeah, I wanted some fabric that wasn't overly expensive to do a jersey toile, because I have got lots of French terry, but I just wanted something to give it a go on. Suzanne describes it as the Drew top with some gathers. So as you can see on the pictures, it's a raglan sleeve pattern, but it has some gathers here, and I want to give it a try. So Suzanne also, we've got a WhatsApp group which is also in chat for my Sew Virtual crowd, gang, group, friends, and Suzanne mentioned a Facebook group called Rena's Fabric Galore. I'll put it on the screen. She said she'd used it for 4 years, so that was good. It reassured me that somebody that I knew that sews a lot was using it quite regularly, and I jumped on there. So for the grand old price, including postage, UK postage, of £15.85, I got 6 meters of it says cotton jersey. I'm not sure. I think there might be some poly in it, but I just thought that is a perfect price for doing some toiles. So the first one that I got is a plain chocolate brown. This one here. It's got a lovely drape. It's not overly thick. It's t-shirt weight fabric, I would say. And I got 3 meters. I think it was like 3 meters for £5.85 or £6.50, something like that, which is just crazy, isn't it? But absolutely perfect for me to do a toile. And I think there'll be some left that I can maybe do a t-shirt for my daughter, because this is more her colourway than mine. But I thought, perfect, I can do a toile in that. Let's see how I go. So it's quite wide. I can't show you much more than that. It's plain, so it's not very exciting colour, but it's perfect for doing that kind of thing. I know that Jo, who's Love Jo Sews, she uses Birmingham Rag Market for jersey for the same thing. If you want to toile a new pattern, things like that are ideal. So I say sew a lot, don't I? I sew and I sew. I also picked up this one, which is slightly thicker. This one does feel more of a cotton jersey. Again, kind of t-shirt weight, which I'm okay with. I'll come to what I'm wearing shortly, which definitely isn't t-shirt weight. And it is this Most Fabulous animal print. It does have a line down it, as you can see. So whenever I make it, I'll obviously be careful of placement of that. I don't know if it's directional. I can see I can see a repeat print down here, but I would kind of maybe try and get that in the middle, something like that. So if that one works okay, I would like to make it with this. If it doesn't work okay, I'm thinking I might make a Tilly and the Buttons Drew with it. So again, raglan sleeve, and there'll be enough for 2 t-shirts in it, because there's 3 meters, and I think they're both quite wide. If I do decide to do a rain top in this, I'm also thinking I could use some of the leftover from this and do a Drew with brown sleeves, leopard print front and back. Hope that makes sense. So I'm exploring them. They're washed, ready to go. I always like to have my fabric washed, ready, so that when the moment hits, I'm ready to go for it. And at the moment, that's really helping me because I am making things as the urge takes me, rather than feeling like these are my monthly makes and I must get them done. Sewing for the season, I'm very much enjoying. So the other fabric that I got this week is a different colourway in a fabric that I recently got. So this is from Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door, and it's a needle cord. It is so soft, and it's this beautiful teal colour. Loving that colour at the moment. You'll see my hidden cheetah fabric, sorry, drew top at the back there has got teal in, and I did the rib in teal, the cuffs and things. I wore that to Sawtune on Sunday. I had so many compliments on it, and I just adore the fabric, and I know lots of people have bought the fabric within Sew Virtual and outside of it as well. It's available in a few different places, but do check out Beyond the Pink Door. That's where I got it from. That is a cotton jersey, so I know that this will go great. Now I've got 2 meters. My intention is to make a Tilly in the Buttons Luella skirt. I'll put the line drawings in later. I'll come back to that one. But I'm also on the fence about maybe making a pair of bob pants in it, but I'm not sure if I'll get that out of 2 meters with the nape because it's a narrower fabric. So it's probably going to be a Luella skirt because it fits in my colourway. And it was in my intentions to purchase. Then I was browsing Beyond the Pink Door, and they had 3.9 meters of it, and I thought I need to get your finger out, get it ordered. So that's why I ordered it last week. I don't think it'll sit in, well, I'm not using a winter stash. I've got a little pile. I don't think it'll sit in it for very long because it's going to be so versatile, going with many things that I've got. I am going to come to the top that I'm wearing shortly, but I do just want to pick up the make that you will have seen on Wednesday for the collaboration that I did with M from Crafty Clyde on Instagram and Vanessa, who's Solo Lulu Rask, on Instagram and YouTube. I'll put their names on the screen. And this is a viscose jersey from Beyond the Pink Door. We've teased about it. It's called Midnight Panther. Honestly, we didn't know that we were going to do a collaboration. All of us went on and bought this fabric separately, and then realised we'd bought it and decided to do a little collab. And by now, I haven't seen what the others have made. I want it to be a real reveal on Wednesday, but I'm recording on Tuesday, so I've not seen that yet. But I bought 1.5 meters because I knew what my intention was when I bought it. I could have bought more and made a different garment, but I had an idea. I knew what I wanted to make. I knew I wanted to make a sweatshirt, and this is it just here. Can we just have a moment? Is that enough of a moment? I mean, how beautiful is this? I mean, my big cat energy is just off the scale right now. So this is the Atelier Brunette La Hoodie without the hoodie. My friend said, I always laugh when you say that because you can make it as a hoodie. I've not yet. Jules made it with the hoodie for the first time at Sawtune on Sunday. It looked lovely. I like the idea of hoodies, but I don't like stuff round my neck. And I just think I've got like hooded zip-up tops. They don't draw me in. I love them on other people. I love a winter coat with a hoodie sticking out the back of it, trainers, that sort of style. But I've got to wear it more than just a cold day when I'm going out like that. So I've got this pattern down to perfection. I just did black cuffing. That came from Pound Fabrics. Pattern placement, my priority was to get this at the front. There might be, I can't remember if there's another one on the back, but I looked at where the repeat was, where I could fold the fabric and how to get it out of 1.5 meters, which I did. I didn't have a lot left. And then I think there's one on that sleeve. There's a panther on the back there. Can you see? Yeah, it's its eyes, isn't it? Look at its beautiful eyes. They just catch you. There we go. Rawr. I don't know what it is. I went to Chester Zoo a very long time ago, and there were panthers there. There maybe still are. Hopefully there still are. And I was just absolutely mesmerised them. And I think when I saw this fabric, it made me remember that memory. and it's absolutely beautiful. So I wanted to keep that fabric to hand because obviously that is going to work really well with that as well, whether it's a skirt or a top, because it's not overly teal, it's more of a blue, but I do think the colour palette will work. Yeah, I love it. And viscose jersey is a sweatshirt for me, I think I've said recently, is working very well. It gives me the style of a long sleeve t-shirt without kind of that fit of a long sleeve t-shirt. I like something more loose and blousy, and that's what this does. So I hope you like that. I'm absolutely delighted with it. I just want to hug it, but you wouldn't hug a panther in the wild, would you? That wouldn't really work. So keeping on the theme, the girls were like, how much did you make on Sunday? It was a 5-hour social, but to be fair, everything was cut out and it was already clipped together, so I essentially just had to kind of get on with it. So with this jumper, the fabric came from First Fabrics. You will have also seen it in the Fabric Obsession. I got the rib at the same time. It's as close a match as it can be. This is actually exactly the same as the colour that I get from Pound Fabrics, but I bought the fabric while I was away in France, and this is the closest match. I think on camera, because I've got lights on, it's probably looking slightly different. This is quite day glow pink. Even Carl went, that's quite bright. But I absolutely love it, and it's on a navy base, and let me hold the sleeve up. It's almost got a bit of a denim-y texture to it. There we go, we've got it there. And I really, really like it. Exactly the same pattern. I had it ready to go. And sometimes if you're batch making things, I think it just makes sense to do that. You know, I overlocked everything, but with both of them, I think you'll see it on here. If I hold it up, I just did a twin needle cover stitch wide round the necks, and on this one it's in pink, but I don't know if you can see, so I did a twin needle in pink. I could have used black or navy, but I just thought I would use pink. It's very easy to do, and I quite like to use my cover stitch machine, which is over here. I had a little shift around of machines. So this is my embroidery machine, my overlocker, cover stitch, sewing machine, laptop recording area. There's only so many times you can move a small room around, and I think I must have maxed out on it, but I keep trying. So my third and final make of this week, but it's actually just been a couple of days, so it's been Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, is the Luella skirt. So this is by Tilly and the Buttons. If you watch my vlog back from Monday, you'll also see me talk about this. So I'm loving this pattern, and I wanted to try it in a winter weight fabric. So this is what the teal's going to be. So I made it in the aubergine needle cord from Beyond the Pink Door, which I shared with you a couple of weeks ago that I got when I got that. And it's this, I'll show you on the teal, it's a bit easier. It's such a can cord be thin? Yes. Sorry, it's all, I know I'm terrible. I don't overlock my self edges before it goes in the wash. I know. So if it looks a bit scruffy, I apologise, but I think you can probably see, hopefully you can, see if I can find a better edge. Well, bear with me. That weight-wise, it's just not got that thickness that cord sometimes has. Now, you might want a cord that's super thick, but I didn't want that. I want to have the warmth, I want to have the look of cord, I love the feel of cord. Like stroking your hand down the nape is just gorgeous, isn't it? However, I didn't want it to be too weighty, and this isn't. And there are other colours in it. I'll put a link in the description box if these colours are available, but I'll just put a link in general to anything that I talk about if it's available. There's a cognac colour. I know Erica's got that, and that looks gorgeous as well. So I made the 2-tier version, no pockets. Just did that gathering effect on the waistband. I made it all on the overlocker, apart from I've overlocked all the edges of the waistband, and then I just machine stitch it round, which means if I need to make it smaller at any point, I can just ease off the waistband. It's much easier than undoing all the unpicking. I did all my gathering on the overlocker, and then I have just joined it together with an overlocker and then top stitched that around, and then it's just got that narrow cover stitched hem, so that's a bit of a narrow one with matching thread that I picked up. Very happy with that. I think it's going to be a great addition to my wardrobe. I want things that really mix and match together. This absolutely will go with the top behind. I've had it on today with this one, and so I'm just, are you feeling the vibe? Now I know you're probably like, make something other than a jumper, Alison, but my channel's about what I want to wear. And right now, although I've got some jumpers that I am wearing from last year, I wanted some new ones. So I feel like I've quite intensively added to that, and that's what I wanted to do. There are a couple that I still would like to make, but they can roll on a bit. I'm not in a rush for them right now. I am gonna make the falconer pants. There's a commitment. That's something that I really want to work on over the next week. I've got a busy few days, so I'm not going to get started on anything till maybe Friday or Saturday. But Helen from Helen's Closet dropped a little Instagram reel the other day of how to alter the falconer pants to an elastic waist. Now, I love the look of the falconers and I intended to make them anyway, but with having IBS, an adjustable waistband is much better for me from a comfort point of view. And although I've got barrel leg jeans that are a fixed waist, I just thought, yes, I'm in at that point. So I'm going to twirl them. And there's a blog post on the Helen's Closet website. I'll put a link in the description box to that talks you through how to adjust the pattern pieces for an elastic waist. So I was already going to do that, and we had talked on Sew Virtual within our lovely community. You're very welcome to join it. As always, details are in the description box, about doing some sort of challenge this month, and it took me a little while to get off the starting blocks with that. But we are going to do a pair of pants, trousers, jeans, whatever you want to call them, but it's got to be a new to you pattern. Now I reckon most of us have probably got a trouser pattern sitting somewhere in our stash, so I'm not going to dictate what pattern you make. I am really looking forward to lots of sharing about different trousers. We do have people in all different parts of the world, so it'd be interesting obviously for different climates what people are making, what fabric bases, what adjustments people are making, and yeah, let's get the conversation really going. So if you'd like to join in with the challenge, I have shared the details on my Sew Like Dotty private Facebook group, and also with all of the Sew Virtual guys. But if you're interested in that, drop me a message on Instagram. I'll pick that up much easier. And you only have to attend one Sew Virtual session in October to join in the challenge. You'll send your entry pictures to me by email on the Sew Virtual email, and if you can share them to Instagram, that's great. But yeah, just to get the conversation going in general about trousers, because most of us are probably making them at this time of year anyway, and I'm blown away by how many different patterns there are that I've never heard of. My mind is blown every week when the guys start chatting about it. So if that's something you'd like to be involved in, yeah, come book a session. It's £5. It's the price of a cup of coffee with mates. I came off last week on the nighttime session. My cheeks were aching with laughing and smiling and just having fun, and that's what it's about. So I just thought I'd mention that as well, because that's going on. People are asking me about a gift to November. I'm getting into gear. I'm a bit slow this year. It is happening. I do keep thinking, should I take a year off? But I do think it's going to happen. At the moment, I need to contact sponsors. So if you have a sewing related brand or business and you would like to be a sponsor, please just drop me a message on Instagram. And yeah, I'll be in touch and contacting everybody very soon. And I will let you guys know what's happening when I get my finger out a bit and I get a bit more sorted out. So I hope you've enjoyed a lovely catch up with me this week. Simple makes, but you know what? They're fitting right into my wardrobe, and that's what I need. Let me know what you're up to, and if you haven't already subscribed, please click that subscriber button. That would be absolutely lovely, just to keep my channel moving forward. And I'll catch up with you next Friday. Take care and see you then.